Eyes with this gentleman, I felt, and quite bushy eyebrows.
That's my granddad, I think.
Okay.
The name of Craig doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
Yes, my son.
What actually happened was just completely stunning.
Straight away, Craig makes contact with Albert from the other side, who wishes to speak to somebody in the audience.
Yeah, the lady in the white dress, the lady next to you. I feel I'm around that area. Would one of you, the two of you there, understand the name Albert in the spirit world?
Yes.
Okay. He's a fella, he said he loves the animal kingdom. So can I say with him there's a love of animals, first of all?
There certainly was when he lived with me.
Right. And because he laughs about this too. He's not that tall either.
No, he wasn't that tall.
He says he looks, you know, short to me. You know, and yet he makes himself feel a bit stumpy too, because I feel as if I've got quite a lot of strength with him as well.
Oh, yes.
And I feel I'd want to pull something like this, as if I'm like pulling with the horses or something like this. I'd get my hands mucky, and have I worked with horses?
Yes.
Right? Because he didn't want to go over at all, he says to me. He fought so hard.
Yes.
And he said, you know, this is partly where the tears come, because he was crying to stay here, because he didn't really believe there was anything after life, I think. He just wanted to be here. He wanted to be with us.
The bit about the horses, he bought me horses. He bought me my first pony and that sort of thing. So when I actually sit and think about it a bit, you know, it does mean more than it did at the time.
Next, Craig contacts this lady's grandmother.
I think I want to go on your mum's side of the family with this. And I'm looking, I think, to your grandmother on mum's side, who I feel was a very domestic sort of lifestyle around her. Did you know her well?
Yes.
Right. Why do I see an uncut lawns all the time? Have we been having some discussions with our partner or something about the fact that the lawns are all over the place?
My lawn looks like a jungle at the moment. I haven't made it for about 3 weeks.
She was very prim and proper about her garden.
Yeah.
You know, her garden is full of a classic old-fashioned garden with nasturtiums and hanging baskets and things, and yours is more like a eco-wilderness. Can I describe a gentleman that's a leaner sort of build in some respects that I feel with him? And beautiful eyes with this gentleman, I feel, and quite bushy eyebrows.
That's my granddad, I think.
Okay. Did he have a stick and used to bang it on the floor quite a lot to get people's attention? Oh, listen to me. It's because the house, everybody, all the women, he says, yap, 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 rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. And he's like, bangs it like a town crier, he says to me, to get everybody's attention. And I feel he's just pleased to be with you. And he kind of salutes. I don't know if that was a habit he had, but he salutes goodbye to you at the end. Okay?
Yeah, well, loads of it was just really my granddad, especially when he said about the walking stick and banging it on the floor. I was like, yeah, that's so true. My mum texted me just before I came saying, say hi to Nan and Grandad for me. So it was quite nice.
Craig now investigates a family reunion by connecting with a mum who's recently passed over.
There's a group of 3 people sat together, 2 girls in white on either side, now looking at each other there, and the lady in the middle. The lady in the middle, has your mother passed the spirit fairly recently? And can I say, has it been fairly recently, can I say?
Yeah.
Because she says to me, I've not been over long and I love to get through to her.
Yeah.
Right? And some would call her a battle axe, but she wouldn't call herself a battle axe. I was a tough old soul, and she's saying I was a bit like a Margaret Thatcher. I'd more or less run the country, you know. I feel this is her humour that's permeating here, right? And percolating, she says, because she loved coffee particularly, she says to me.
No, she hated
the coffee
it.
then?
Hated it.
Hated coffee then, all right, I've got it around the wrong way, because she's percolating. She was trying to give me coffee as well, all right. Okay. I'm hearing an N name trying to be given to me. I think we're talking about Nancy, possibly?
Oh, she had a friend, Nancy.
Okay. Is Nancy over there now with her? Because she's saying, I met Nancy. She came a bit before me, but not that long before.
Yeah.
I feel quite close to each other. And I never thought I'd ever see Nancy again.
She loved Nancy, didn't she?
She could talk the leg off a donkey. Because Nancy was really, for many years, right back to childhood, one of her best friends of all time she's talking about. Someone you could actually talk to, although Nancy would give you 1,000 words back for every one you gave her. And who wrote Rest in Peace on my grave?
I did. Yeah.
Why put Rest in Peace? You won't get me resting.
Their mum might be dead, but she still has a sense of humour.
I knew I had to come though, because I was talking to her today on her photograph. As I do every day. Yeah. And so I said to her, I'll wear your favourite colour, I'll take something gold, because she likes sparkling gold. And I just knew she was going to come through. Yeah.
The spirits are really putting on a show with Craig's next spectacular reading.
The lady in the middle with the black hair and the fringe. If I look to your father's side of the family, and I look to your granddad on your father's side, Frank? That name makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Frank was my granddad's name.
Right. He's talking about your mum, all right? Has mum, can I say, gone over?
Yes.
Because he's talking about, we've got mum here. I don't know if we had 3 flowers put onto a coffin or something like that, but there's 3 in particular seem to be very special to me. And I don't think I'm talking about roses. I think I'm talking about carnations.
She's got carnations on her headstone.
Okay. And are they been carved into it?
Yeah, engraved.
Okay, so we've got 3 carnations carved into the headstone. Right. Who has the kittens? Right? Look after the kittens, too. She's talking about look after the kittens. And she's referring to kittens as if they're people.
Well, she loved her cats.
She loved, yeah. Look after the kittens. The kittens are doing well, right? And I feel that she just wants you to know that she's so well and everything's fine.
Thank you.
Exhausted with the dead bombarding him with messages, Craig takes a back seat and wife Jane takes over the spiritual switchboard.
I've got like a mother feel here coming through. It's your mother that's coming through now. Would you understand that?
Yes, she did.
As this lady, she's showing herself, because I felt going towards the end of her life, she became quite thin looking.
Very quick.
Very thin, but she's got good news, I've got to say. She said, can you go and tell my son I've been to a spirit hairdresser's? She's talking about her hair.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I do understand that one.
All right, because she's coming in, so she's got a lovely perm here and that, and she's just going like this, and she's just saying, can you tell him, she said, that we're all together and not to worry. We'll see you soon, but not too soon.
I'm very pleased to hear that.
Yes, yes.
The next reading becomes too much for someone who lost a friend only a week ago in a car crash.
I've got a young man that's passed over very quickly and I felt a car crash, so where are we, please? Would you understand, just take your time, it's all right.
Yeah.
It was a crash.
It was a crash.
A crash.
Yeah, very suddenly this week.
He's getting a little bit angry here because it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, okay.
All right, but he doesn't want you beating yourself up about it because he's saying, you know, I didn't want it to be this way, but I'm worried about my mother. You've been lighting a candle or something by his picture, been doing something?
I haven't, no, but I think his mum has.
All right, because they're showing me a candle, all right. But he's talking about, you do understand he's talking about his head injury and how he went quick like that, because
very quick.
I felt that he didn't suffer like you thought.
Yeah, okay.
Do you understand that? The name of Craig doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
Yes.
What does Craig mean to you, my dear?
My son.
Sorry?
My son.
Oh, he's talking about Craig. I'll let her just catch her breath.
Yeah.
She's a bit in shock. All right. He's trying to say to you, I'm all right. I'm all right. Don't get upset. That happened. I'm in safe hands. And I want to say a big thank you because you've been real help. And don't get upset about me. I'm doing fine in the spirit world. Thank you. Right? And thank you for everything that you've done. I was just giving you a kiss. All right? Okay.